to the Final Four.
The following is a Learfield presentation of the Oregon Sports Network.
And Oregon is going to play in the national championship game.
This is Duck Insider.
These are good problems to have, right? So much success that you have more than one place to be.
5-3, touchdown, Oregon.
Off a dribble, launches, and hits the three. Oregon leads.
What a great opportunity it is to be able to play at University of Oregon.
I'm just incredibly proud to be a part of something like this.
She wants another three. Oh, three in a row.
Swing and a miss. Oregon is headed to the Super Regional.
Fans being out there making this a great impact.
We are so privileged and so fortunate. We get to see all these young people. We get to see this incredible growth, which is what college is all about.
This is Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Now let's go live to the Country Financial Studio to talk Oregon Duck Athletics.
The only school in the country that is still undefeated in football, men's basketball, and women's basketball after a rivalry win last night.
Pretty big.
Never a doubt. Oregon men's basketball on the road in Corvallis got it done. Terry Johns, I'll never forget this. He told me, I don't know why, but there's no better feeling in the world than walking out of Gill Coliseum with a win. And God, it felt great to walk out of Gill Coliseum last night. I looked at Luke Jackson, guys. I'm Joey Mack, Jerry Allen, Mike Jorgensen here on a Friday. And I said, so how's that one feel? And he's like,
I'll bet.
Yeah. He only lost once there, Luke did, and it was when he was one assist away from a triple-double.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. I was going to ask you if you remembered that game.
Yeah, I do remember that.
He was one assist away from a triple-double, said that he got absolutely hammered in the face and no foul call at the end of the game. And
when was the last time he was there for a Duck Beaver game? Did he say?
For a Duck Beaver game, I didn't ask him, but he had been in the building a lot since then. It was fun last night. 78-75, Oregon men's basketball with the win. Now heading to Vegas. The Ducks are traveling this weekend, taking on some good competition, Texas A&M and San Diego State. Oregon women's basketball's in Hawaii here coming up.
Could you find a machine for me while you're down there?
Why?
I can trust you.
No. No, you can't. He pulls out his
I thought he was going to pay you to try to get on the plane to Hawaii is what he was going to do.
Yeah, Chris Clayton's already there. He already made the trek. Women's basketball is going to be on the road. A quiet weekend overall for Oregon athletics, getting ready for a lot of those tournaments and some critical Oregon volleyball here coming up. We'll tell you more about that over the course of the show today. Oregon volleyball and then also the cross-country NCAA championships, both on the road. So quiet in Eugene, I should clarify. In Madison, Wisconsin, cross-country NCAA championships tomorrow. Women's volleyball against Michigan and Ann Arbor on Saturday. And there are no Oregon athletic events on Sunday. Wild. And then we've got a lot of basketball next week.
Thanksgiving week. I didn't watch the game. I listened to you last night. Couldn't tell how big the crowd was.
I was going to ask that too. Was it?
It was pretty full.
Okay.
Yeah. They always, look, the Beavs gave away jerseys. They always do a giveaway when the Ducks are coming to town.
Well, it's a basketball school.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 7 pit crew members that infiltrated the OSU student section. 7 pit crew members. They were a green island in a sea of orange.
How do they get away with that?
That's what Luke asked me, and I told him, I said, it happens every year. It does. It happens every year.
Good for them.
For trouble.
They got in there. It seemed to be under control. It was great.
They're all friends.
Yeah.
They're all kids.
So now, Oregon football, of course, it's a work week for both Washington and Oregon. Chance to work on some things, get better heading into next week. And a little bit of housekeeping for everybody. The only Duck Insider next week will be on Monday because we've got all the basketball games that are happening in the middle of the day, then the holidays, and before you know it, Oregon football is going to be taking on Washington. So I got to ask, when do you guys want to do picks?
Yes, Sarge.
Because we're not going to have any concession item to feature next week.
Oh,
so
you are the man.
Sarge goes, nope, we're coming in during the work week.
What are we doing?
That's
you are the man.
It's a chowder. It's a chowder day.
Okay, we got spillage. Spillage possibility.
Wow. Oh, he brought the.
Okay.
Whoa. He brought
you
the bibs.
are awesome.
Wow.
Thank you,
Sarge.
Sarge.
I don't
What
want
an
to get
opportunity.
chowder on my shirt, so I'm going.
So we got seafood and chowder from Moe's, huh? Yeah, chowder. So that's the featured concession item next week. Sarge has perfect timing because I didn't know when we were going to make picks next week. So I said, Sarge, no show on Friday with the holiday. And Sarge goes, nope, I'm the head of hangar management. I'm gonna be here during the work week.
Hey, Sarge, come here for a second. Are you going to go get any X-rays in the near future?
Look at this stuff.
It's for heavy chili. I mean, if you spilled chili
It's like an X-ray apron, right?
Chowder on you, yeah.
I didn't have any lunch. Did you guys eat lunch?
No, I saved. I'm just thinking that Sarge was going to be here.
Yeah.
Here,
Sarge, grab the microphone. Grab
if
the
nothing
microphone.
else, cover your computer up, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that, Jerry. What do you got, Sarge? What's the latest?
Moe's clam chowder.
Clam chowder.
Yes.
So that was a difficult one for us to bring in. It was going through a lot of hoops and asking a lot of questions and staying on them and serving it exactly right.
Oh, well, thanks, Sarge.
So yeah,
what an effort.
All right,
we've had it all season.
See how it tastes there, fellas.
So we're the test case.
We're not the test case.
We're not.
We've had it all season.
But this will be the featured concession item for the Washington game.
Yes, it will.
Okay. That makes sense.
Little cold day. Cold and clear.
That's really good. Thank you, Sarge.
They do a good job.
Yeah.
No question. It's the most famous clam chowder in Oregon.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's the best.
Now, though, important question, Sarge, Indiana or Ohio State, who are you picking?
Ohio State.
He's going Ohio State, folks. Okay. The honorary pick coming from Sarge. What's the closest game according to odds makers this week? I haven't even looked that far. Wisconsin, Nebraska is a 1-point favorite. Illinois, Rutgers a 1-point favorite. All right, who you got, Illinois or Rutgers?
Illinois.
Illinois. All right, Illinois on the road. And then who you taking, Wisconsin, Nebraska?
Nebraska.
All right, Nebraska. Okay, those are the picks from Sarge. Jorgie's already done with his bowl.
Good.
I'm impressed.
I just don't want to get at my microphone.
That was Jerry Allen level speed eating by you, Jorgie.
There's a lot left.
Okay.
But it's delish.
What
It
else?
is really good.
What else should fans know, Sarge?
How was your trip last week to Wisconsin?
It was great. 8 cheese curds.
So did I.
How were
Perfect. They were good.
Yeah.
I had cheese cubes in one place.
That's
cubes.
What does that mean?
It was cubes of cheese deep fried.
So it wasn't curds.
It was not curds. So we had both.
So
saw it and had to try that as well.
That sounds like something you'd have at like the state fair, and it would shorten your life a little bit.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. Good. Anything else?
Jorgie,
Dave?
did you wear shorts?
I did.
Good.
He always
Me
does.
as well.
I saw you out running
Good. Okay, good.
in Madison. I wonder if it's did you watch that pro game last night?
Yes.
I was calling a basketball.
I mean, that's I'm sorry, Joey.
Unbelievable.
The snow at that game, it was just great watching that play.
I saw the highlights. Looked like a snowblower.
Could have been us.
Yeah.
So what's Madison like this week? Because you got cross country there.
Not bad. It's cold, but not bad.
Yeah, cold but okay. That's good.
Could have been last night's game when you were out running last weekend.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
You would have still ran through it.
I would have run. Have to run on game day.
Have to run on game day. You know, that's how Sarge keeps the figure that he has as a professional chef. It's really true. It's really true.
Okay.
Well, it's true. I'm just, Jorgie, too. Look at you.
There are Captain America
Runners.
abs underneath that shirt.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The professional chef that
I
takes
can drink
care of
beer
himself.
and eat food if I run.
That's right.
So
Yeah. But if you don't run, then
I'll get
know what?
big and don't want to
I
be
do
that
it
way.
anyway.
I can still drink beer and eat food, and I don't run, so it doesn't make a difference.
You have a metabolism of I don't know who.
He has the
That's right.
metabolism of an
Hummingbird.
18-year-old.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
It's been amazing.
Concessions have gone well, though. Sarge,
Been a good
anything fans should
season.
know? Good.
Very good season. Really excited for this last game and
Crazy game.
and then win 4 more games.
Yeah, then we'll see what happens. John Sargent, we've got the clam chowder featured concession item for next Saturday. Sarge, thanks so much for coming in early and spending some time with us. Thanks for your picks. This is awesome. You're the best. This has been fun all season long. We cannot thank you enough. I hope that it's helped fans be like, oh, yeah, I'll give that a try at Autzen Stadium.
You have a wide array of people that watch because I hear about it all the time.
Well, that's good. Is it?
Yeah, it's really good.
You have a napkin over there, or that little Kleenex? I just
Oh, yeah.
a little fumble here.
He's. You took the bib off.
I know, but
This is OSN broadcast intern extraordinaire Saul Galvan on napkin duty.
Good.
Yeah, that's great. Sarge, this has been great. I hope that we get to keep doing it. And if you ever have anything fans need to know, just say the word.
I will. Thank you so much.
John
Go
Sargent,
Ducks!
You're awesome. Thank you.
Head of concessions, the head of hangar management.
The best.
Concession item of the week, the clam chowder. Boy, that hits
Can we
good.
take a
I used
break?
to eat this. I used to eat this in baseball.
Oh, I know.
Cold. Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
The big pot.
The perfect food.
Thank you, Sarge. Sarge the best. All right. Now, on that note, though, again, like, are we going to make picks on Monday? How you guys want to do this? Are we just going to play the honor system and we text picks in and we tell people on the pregame show who we picked? I mean, or is it just over and you guys don't care anymore?
No, it's not over.
Well, what are the standings? Because it might be over.
I have a 3-game lead.
Okay,
It's
pretty
over.
close.
It's
I have
over.
a 3-game lead and a 5-game lead and a 30-game lead.
So if you have a 3-game lead after this weekend, it's almost impossible to be able to overtake you.
I mean,
So-
you guys could
so we
all
might
just
not have to-
completely pick opposite of me. It can be done.
We could.
Oh, we are. Well,
Jerry's going.
I just
for
don't
it.
know if I
no
want to be any
choice.
more than 3 behind
I have no
if I
choice.
don't gain this weekend.
Are you
It's
playing
just-
to win or playing not to lose?
Ooh. Ooh.
How about you?
I'm playing to win. I've been playing to win since I got into first place after week 1.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'll
for,
have to make that decision next week whether I'm doing that.
I'm going for the wire-to-wire win, which would, by the way, be the first time we've ever had a wire-to-wire win.
Were there no
Pick 'em.
ties at any time during the season?
Nope. I got a 1-game lead over Jerry in week 1, and then you really fell behind in week 2, and then somewhere along the line, Jerry really took a left turn, and
Well, 2 weeks ago he took a chance.
you caught him. After week 4, you caught him. You
Okay.
were down 2, and you caught him in week 4, and then it's been.
But we were behind all the way,
Correct.
both of us. Okay.
Yeah, I had a 1-game lead after week 1, and I was looking at it yesterday actually, and we've never had a wire-to-wire winner,
Yeah. Huh.
which is pretty wild. We've had a lot of I'm up after non-conference and then I lose actually, so there's some precedent for it.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I
See how it
think
goes.
I
We'll
think
give
we
you a
got
run for your money.
All right, good.
You
I like
will.
that. I like
You
that.
will.
Work week, though, guys. Assessment of where Oregon's at heading into the final week of the regular season. They've earned the right to be the number 1 team. Where do you think they're at?
Well, I think they're in a good place. I think what Oregon needs to do is just keep being Oregon. I have said that all year long. Just be Oregon. You're good enough when you play the way you've been coached to play with the talent level that's been brought in to Oregon. You're good enough if you play good, sound football and don't beat yourself. You should be able to win every game. And that's just the way I feel. I feel that way about this game against Washington, too, coming up, Jorky.
Yeah, I mean, what really helps out, Jerry, is, we've seen it week after week after week. Oregon felt like they were almost running on fumes last week at Madison. After the consecutive weeks that they've played football and then guys getting their bodies beat up, not having everybody at your disposal for that game, it just felt like they were better than Wisconsin, but didn't have quite the energy that Wisconsin did after the Badgers had a week off. So now you get that week off. Washington does too, but potentially more healthy players with an opportunity, we'll see, next weekend to be able to play against Washington. And then beyond that, I just think that's an opportunity for them to get fresh legs, play their game, like you said, and have a majority or, if not all, of your healthy players available. It just changes the dynamic that much more when you've got all the guys that the opposing team has to account for.
Yeah. What he said.
This was great. This was great.
We gave you quite a bit of time there, didn't
It's
we?
lunch and a show.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
it's phenomenal. I'm almost done now. My goal was to try to get ahead of you and be done before you. I didn't quite
I got
make
a long
it.
ways to go.
Couple things. The winner of picks, the ask. Well, we've always said that it's just, a gentleman's agreement for dinner, but we're like 8 years behind on that. So I think the winner.
Jorky paid dinner.
He did.
I've
He
offered.
did.
I have
So
offered.
Jorgie offered a lot of times.
Even deliveries.
Yeah, he offered like delivery to me at one point. And I said, no, the whole point is we all get to sit down and have a meal together, and we do that a lot anyway.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true. We do.
I'll buy you a bowl of soup. Soup
Thanks.
is dinner, okay?
Thank you.
Soup
Yes.
is a dinner.
Soup can be a dinner.
No, it
Okay.
is totally.
Yeah, absolutely. Is a stew a soup?
Could be, yeah.
I think it is.
Now, why do you call it stew then if it's a soup?
It's a type of soup.
It's stew.
Bigger.
Okay? It's
Is
thick.
soup
Stew, though, to me, has
Thick's
bigger
got gravy.
chunks.
Is soup a stew? Is
No.
every soup a stew?
No.
I agree. Soup is the general
Soup
stew.
is liquid.
Stew is a
Yeah.
specific part
Stew
of soup.
is a thick gravy-like with bigger chunks of vegetables, right?
I mean, that's the way I picture
Yeah.
stew.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But that's a type of soup.
What does Okay, this is clam chowder.
It's a soup. Chowder is under the soup umbrella, just like stew is.
Yeah.
Why are we?
What does Google say about soup and stew?
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. While we take the
Also,
break. Okay.
Steve asking, wish there was a way to sync Jerry and Jorgie with TV on game day. Tried the last time. They were 10 to 15 seconds ahead. This is a good annual reminder for me to talk about this. Okay. 1, depends on where you're listening. If you are listening via the Varsity Network or if you're listening via the GoDucks Game Day app, we do have some pausing function. So if we're ahead of your TV broadcast, you might be able to sync it up that way. If you're listening on one of our local affiliate radio stations, there are actually little audio delayers. I know your family has one,
yes.
Jerry, where you can set the delay from radio to match TV. I will also tell you that as somebody who does this all the time, whenever it's a game that I'm not calling, the stream TV is actually right about the same as one of our streams. It's usually pretty darn close. So there are ways. I know it's a little bit challenging. My dream, just putting on my college football fan hat for a second, is that we could all have giant media companies work together, and maybe you could select which broadcast you want to listen to. ESPN does it for the college football playoff games. You can sync it to us automatically and watch. It could be done. That's my dream. You know, I hope someday. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Mine too.
There are ways. If you work at it,
yeah.
And you know all the options that are available, choose one of those options, and the best one will get you really close.
So, Steve, send me an email. My email is on goducks.com. Send me an email. Tell me how you're tuning in. We're going to find a way.
Yeah.
Appreciate you tuning in. Mike Jorgensen, Jerry Allen. If stew is a thick soup, is soup just a thin stew? I'm Joey Mack. We'll ponder that and make some picks when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
I don't know.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
More Duck Insider from the Country Financial Studios after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Ma, is this how you feed a hamster?
I think so.
Is my homework right?
I think so.
Is, this milk still good?
I think so.
When it comes to parenting, sometimes it's okay to think you know. But when it's something as important as your child's car seat, don't just think. No. Double check if your child is in the right seat for their age and size. It'll help protect them in a car crash. Don't just think. No by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm impressed. You just drank that soup.
I'm still drinking.
But it wasn't like so.
Clam chowder.
Could you do that with a stew? Like, could you just take the bowl and
no,
drink it?
In a stew, the chunks are too big. What did he say?
This was the discussion during the break. It kept going during the break. It's Duck Insider presented by OnPoint Community
We looked
Credit
it up.
Union. Yeah, and I was right.
What?
A stew is a type of a soup.
That's not what
it didn't say that.
That's exactly what
That's
it
what
said.
you're saying.
Yeah, then I'm right.
But that's not what that said.
Stew
so you're
is
saying that's
that?
wrong.
Stew is similar to soup, but there are some key differences. Liquid content.
There you go.
Are we going to do picks?
Picks of the week are brought to you by our friends at Seven Feathers Casino Resort.
Man, soup and
Seven
stew.
Feathers. Is cereal a soup when it has milk on it?
Oh.
No,
It's a good
cereal is cereal. There's no similarities.
Mike Jorgensen, Jerry Allen, I'm Joey Mack. The Ducks don't have a game tomorrow, so we get to still pick all the Big Ten games. Where we stand right now, I've got 84 correct picks.
I don't care where we stand.
Jerry's got 80. No, Jerry's got 79, sorry.
Oh, he's still in the 70s?
Jorgie's got 81. 59. Hey, 59 total picks for the coin. And here's why that's really important. As I hand the coin to the designated coin flipper, Mr. Allen, the coin gets to pick in third place today.
Not again.
Mike Jorgensen is picking last.
Yeah! It was me last week, okay?
It was.
So Sarge was not the coin today then?
Sarge was not the coin.
No.
I figured, There you go. Anyway.
Okay. I like Sarge's picks, though.
I did too.
Yeah.
Tonight, we've got a 5 o'clock game on Fox. Purdue is 1-9 and 0-7 in Big Ten play, visiting Michigan State 4-6, 2-5 in conference action. Purdue's having a tough year. There's just no way around it. Purdue's having a really, really difficult season. I think Michigan State wins by a couple scores.
I would like to go against you to try to pick up one here, but Jonathan Smith's teams are going to get better and better. He's going to build. They're better than Purdue, and it's at Michigan State, so I'm going to go Michigan State as well.
Yeah.
Hold off, Jordan. Wait, nope. Coin.
I'm going to defer my pick anyway. So.
Wait a minute. I'm confused. Can he do that? Okay, here we go. The coin.
Okay, I can't.
The coin is heads, home team.
Home team.
Michigan State.
Okay.
Real tough there. Really difficult.
Yeah.
All right, we got Indiana, Ohio State. So here's the deal. According to odds makers, there's three other games that are tougher picks than this one. But this is certainly the biggest game of the weekend, guys. 9 a.m., number 5 Indiana, 10-0, 7-0 in Big Ten play, visiting number 2 Ohio State, 9-1, 6-1 in Big Ten play. Ohio State is a large favorite, a double-digit favorite, according to the odds makers in this game. When was the last time that you had, though, a game like this with these sorts of storylines? Indiana that has just been perennial 2-3-win football team. What a season they're having. The question is, does the magic continue, or do you run into the buzzsaw that is Ohio State, where, again, the only black eye for Ohio State is a 1-point loss at Autzen Stadium, where the home crowd certainly makes a difference. Ohio State hasn't exactly been bulletproof at home. I think, like a lot of people, I'm still remembering that Nebraska game where they sort of clunkily won 21-17. But then they went on the road and beat Penn State. They're back at home after being on the road against Northwestern, and they won convincingly 31-7. I think Ohio State wins the game. As a college football fan, and someone who likes to see new fan bases go through great seasons, I think I'm rooting for Indiana. As a Duck fan, I don't really know who I'm rooting for, Jorgie. I'm going to take Ohio State in our picks, but I'm kind of rooting for Indiana. Is that bad? Am I wrong? Like, as a college football fan, to want to see Indiana cause some chaos this year?
No, you go for the underdog in a situation like this who have not been there. They have never been, I think, in a championship game. This is something new for Indiana. Now, I will say this about Indiana. They can throw the ball.
Yep.
And they can score points. And if Ohio State has any issue at all, it's against the pass. So it'll be interesting to see what Indiana tries to dial up against Ohio State. But this game's at Ohio State. And Ohio State wants to win the Big Ten, or at least be in the Big Ten championship game. They want to They want revenge. I'm just going to say that, okay?
I agree.
So there's a little emotion there for Ohio State. I think Ohio State's offense is too much for Indiana. I think they outscore Indiana, but I think, Jorgie, it's a closer game. I'm sorry. I think, Coin, it's a closer game.
Talk to that Coin.
So, Coin, what do you think? Okay, by the way, Ohio State. And the Coin says Ohio State.
When you put the oyster crackers in the chowder, that's next
Did you
level.
let them get soggy? Or
yeah,
did
you let them
okay,
get soggy.
yeah.
Like maintain a little bit of that crunch, you know?
Creamy soup.
We'll try that. I got
Ohio
a little
State.
soup left.
Ohio
so.
State.
You know what's been fun watching all this, listening all this week is the what ifs.
Right.
Okay, what if Ohio State covers the spread and blows out Indiana? Then what happens to Indiana? We know what happens to Ohio State, but what happens to Indiana? What if it's a close game? What happens to Indiana? What if Indiana wins? We pretty much know what's going to happen to Indiana because they got Purdue the following week, and so we know where they're probably going to end up. But all the what-ifs that are happening this week, and nobody giving Indiana a chance in you-know-what to win this game. Double digits. I mean, you got 2 top 5 teams playing.
I know.
And Ohio State's favored by double digits. So if you give me the points.
I can't do that.
Okay. I was just trying to set this thing up. I'm taking the Hoosiers. I'm going to try
He's
to get.
going for it.
I'm
Good
taking
for
the
you.
Hoosiers to try to get me one back, and I just.
Good for you.
It's not a matter of I'm rooting for Indiana because you know I could care less, but I just think it would be cool to see that game be close. I can't wait to be at home watching it tomorrow.
I know.
I just can't wait. Yeah.
What worries me about this game is that Indiana, I mean, it's been a perfect storm for them. They haven't played anybody. I mean, they really had a schedule that was set up. And so the opportunity for them to get blown out is there. And I'll tell you what, if Ohio State lays a number on them, they're not in the playoffs.
That's what I mean. That's the what ifs, and you just top.
You don't think so?
Everybody's talking about that.
An 11-1 Indiana team they're not in?
Because of their schedule. Who they played. But if they keep it close,
tough, man.
if they win or lose, let's say by 7 to 10 points.
What if Penn State's like
in.
the 5 though? Then Indiana, I think, should be the 11. Look around. I don't know. I think the Big Ten's good. I think you look around at what's happened around the country. These are the debates that we get to have. It used to be you debated who was 4. Now we're just going to debate who's 13. I mean, it never ends.
Yeah, that's the biggest question right there. If they get blown out, do they fall completely out of the playoffs? And it would be too bad if they did, but at the same time, that schedule really has played into it because they have not within league in particular.
Well, the best example was Florida State last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
And,
it's precedent is there,
The precedent is there. So that's the 9 a.m. Fox game, Indiana and Ohio State. Big implications for the Ducks. And you know what? I should have said this earlier.
That was the top 4, by the way, though.
What?
The Florida State deal.
Yeah, so they were 5. But I'm just saying, like, if you have the strength of schedule metric really matters.
Right.
That's my point.
We thought Florida State would get in last year,
Yeah.
and they didn't because of that.
They didn't with the strength of schedule. Yeah. And then, so, and why this matters in Big Ten, like, so on Tuesday.
You going to eat this?
Yeah, I am. On Tuesday, the Big Ten Conference did confirm, if you missed the news, that Oregon will be in the Big Ten title game. My understanding is that they did a comprehensive review of all the different scenarios, and they did determine, even after the weekend they hadn't announced it, that on Tuesday, the Ducks were in. So your call was prophetic.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Well, you did the math in your head. You told me you did.
I already knew.
First reported by.
Yeah. Jerry said it on the air,
Exclusive.
and it was right.
Yeah,
it was right. So in any case, that's where this game matters a lot for Oregon over the course of the season. All right, we got to get a timeout. We're going to come back, do the other 9 a.m. games. There's 3 9 a.m. games. Wow, a lot of football to watch.
Yeah,
I didn't like the bye week at the end of the year. I'm coming around on the bye week at the end of the year.
And one of the big games is the Ohio State game.
That's right.
9 a.m.
That's right. Thanks to Fox. Back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Autumn Leaves, you won't be covering roads alone this season. Take on fall in the powerful Toyota Tundra or tackle trails in a Tacoma. Head to Toyota.com for more info. Toyota, let's go places.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Dear Autumn Leaves, you won't be covering roads alone this season. Take on fall in the powerful Toyota Tundra or tackle trails in a Tacoma. Head to Toyota.com for more info. Toyota, let's go places.
Your daily dose of Oregon athletics. This is Duck Insider from Learfield.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son? I left my heart in home.
Now, if cereal with milk is cold breakfast soup, is a bowl of oatmeal a breakfast stew?
Well, who called cereal with milk a cold breakfast soup?
Tobiah did in the comments right now.
Oh, you.
Caden made a graphic. Is soup a stew? Is stew a soup? That's great.
It's debatable.
No.
That's great.
Cereal, no.
Yeah.
Cereal.
Don't go to cereal.
And Tobiah follows up. Once you add apples and raisins to oatmeal, it then qualifies as a breakfast stew. How about that? How about them apples?
It's oatmeal.
Bottom line.
Picks of the week are brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort, best in the Northwest. It's Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Jerry Jorgie, I'm Joey in the Country Financial Studio. 9 a.m. on Peacock. Number 25, Illinois, visiting Rutgers. Tough pick.
Crackers are square. These are called oyster crackers. These aren't crackers. These are oyster bits. Well, they wouldn't be oyster bits. Never mind. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Here we go. By the way, is oatmeal a stew? No. Okay, it comes right back and says no. Oatmeal is a porridge.
Oh! What's a porridge? Is a porridge a type of stew or a soup?
It's in the bear Goldilocks and the three bears. That's
porridge is hot cereal made by boiling ground, crushed, or chopped grains in water or milk, and often served with sweetener. Okay, so it's a porridge. There we go. Tobiah.
Porridge is something eaten generally for breakfast and could be considered a type of soup. A hot cereal made from cooked grains or cereal.
It doesn't say
Porridge
that.
can be considered a type of soup.
No.
Gotta love Wikipedia.
Oatmeal can
9
be made.
a.m. Number 25, Illinois. 7-3, 4-3 in Big Ten play. Rutgers 6-4, 3-4 in Big Ten play. Michael asking, when is the game time revealed for Oregon Washington? Sunday. We'll find out on Sunday. It's a 6-day selection, according to our friends of the TV network. So, Illinois Rutgers, man, this is a tough pick. Tough pick. So here's the deal. Both of these teams have been right there so many times. I think they're both really disciplined defensively. I think offensively they at times have left things to be desired. And you look at the statistics, they're right there in the middle to the bottom third of the Big Ten. Illinois needs this one for standings. Rutgers is going to go to a bowl game. We know that.
I mean, Illinois is back in the top 25.
Illinois is at number 25.
Pretty good.
And my pick is to defer.
Okay.
Boy, there are a couple of big games coming up.
But here's the thing. I don't think Wisconsin-Nebraska is a hard pick. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Ooh, I think there are a lot of variables in that game.
I do too.
Because you don't know whether Wisconsin's going to bounce back mentally or whether Nebraska. It's at Nebraska. That's a tougher game for me. I'll tell you what.
Nebraska's lost 4 straight games.
Yeah, but they're at home, and it's getting. Hey, Rutgers can run the ball.
So are you saying you're going to take Wisconsin?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's all right.
I see what you're doing here.
Yeah. Get some notes ahead, right?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out all
No, I think Rutgers can run the ball. Neither of these teams are overly offensively gifted. But if you can run the ball a little better than your opponent, and Rutgers can play a little defense. They're at home. I think they run the ball, and I think Rutgers comes up with a victory here. All right?
I think that's a good pick.
All right, Coin. Coin's going to go. Right now it's going to go for the visitor. Yeah, there you go, visitor. Oop. I'm sorry. I think I pissed off the coin.
The coin jumped.
I like the coin.
Yeah.
You going with Illinois?
No, I said I like the coin. I didn't say that.
It's a pretty coin.
Yes, I am, though. I'm going with Illinois.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh, I have a chance to pick up a game.
You do.
Yeah, you do. I think Illinois is a better team, and if it was at Illinois, it wouldn't be a question. Road always matters, but I think Illinois is a better team. Probably means more for Illinois, I think, in this one.
I agree with that right there. I was thinking that, and I also think it's a tough matchup for Rutgers against the receivers that Illinois has.
If you look ahead, it could be snowing, by the way, Saturday.
I'm in. Sold.
Could be snowing
That'd be cool.
at Rutgers.
49 degrees and partly cloudy.
Wow, there's a big storm headed that way.
That's what.
That's the one that just dumped the snow.
According to AccuWeather,
Thursday
next to the
football
scoreboard.
Game. It's all moving that way.
It's going through Washington.
Yeah, wasn't supposed to rain at Wisconsin last week either, but it rained on us.
Dusty was fine. So
that's right.
Jerry's going with Rutgers. Everybody else going with Illinois. Okay. All right.
I like your pick, Jerry.
Also 9 a.m. on the Big Ten Network, Iowa 6-4, 4-3 in Big Ten play, visiting Maryland 4-6, 1-6 in conference action. I feel like Maryland early in the season, we all thought, boy, they're pretty good. They've been losers though of 3 straight. Oregon didn't exactly dominate the game, but Ducks won against a disciplined squad. Then they went home against Rutgers and lost 31-17. Iowa, meanwhile, has just kind of been the Iowa we thought, although
who are they?
Winning at UCLA or losing, I should say, at UCLA is odd. I think Iowa's been.
And then they smoke Wisconsin.
Yeah. I'm taking Iowa. Man. This feels like the kind of this feels like the kind of game that Iowa wins just because they're Iowa. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to take Iowa.
I think Iowa's defense is really good. I think that's a huge key. But Iowa all of a sudden has found some offense. Caleb Johnson's rushed for over 1,300 yards, 20 touchdowns. So they got some offense now to go with a pretty stout defense. So I think Iowa, even though they're the visitor, takes this ball game a little bit easily. All right, Coin is the home team. Home team. Going against me, Coin. That's not a smart decision.
Oh, man. I'll tell you, I really like Maryland's wide receivers.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes it, I think, a little bit dicey for Iowa. But overall, I just think Iowa's really solid on defense. I think they're good enough on offense, can run the ball. So I'm taking the Hawkeyes, too. I really wanted to take Maryland, but I can't make myself do it. I just trying to figure out who Iowa is. Go on the road, lose to UCLA. They look so great in the first quarter, and then they just shut it down. And yet to beat Wisconsin like they did at home, I just have no idea how that happened. Against that Wisconsin defense, it sure looked good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Well done, everybody. Time out.
Got
to make some more picks. Captain Hilt says, I think Joey might have soup for brains today.
Hey, wait a second. Oatmeal can be made into a soup by adding vegetables, okay?
Oh, no. Okay.
So that's the only way you can turn oatmeal into soup or stew. That's what it says right here.
You lost me. I'm never having oatmeal again.
It's the bye week.
That's what it says.
We're back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah.
At Shadow Hills Country Club, we're more than just an award-winning golf course and practice facility. Our events team offers all-inclusive event pricing that allows us to take care of all the details while you enjoy your event. Our indoor and outdoor venues offer you a wide variety of fully staffed options that put the focus on you. From weddings to business and social events, at Shadow Hills Country Club Events Center, you get the benefits of a resort atmosphere and amenities in a peaceful country setting, just minutes from downtown Eugene. Call for a tour today or visit shadowhillsevents.com.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
You're listening to Duck Insider. Duck Insider on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost. I had snapped. I had a gun and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still a life to live for the better of myself, my family. My weapon is now safely put away.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone. Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now. So good to see you real.
You know,
we have an echo in here.
I think that we've done a really good job this year of keeping the Friday shows on the rails.
You think a lot of those Fridays have been on the rails?
I do.
Well,
compared
to
previous
today.
years.
Well,
and then compared to today.
Yeah,
I think we were forced because we had so many games to pick early. Like, it had to go fast, and we had to stay on track. Feels nice. I feel.
This has been fun.
I feel back at home on a Friday show now. Joey Mack, Jerry Allen, Mike Jorgensen, Duck Insider, presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union here in the Country Financial Studio. We're continuing to make some picks. 12:30 on CBS. Our picks are brought to you by Seven Feathers Casino Resort. Number 4, Penn State, 9-1, 6-1 in Big Ten play, visiting Minnesota, 6-4. 4-3 in conference action. I got Penn State by 10, guys.
Well, I ain't going to win this thing. So, why not have some fun? It's Minnesota's homecoming, okay? They're going to be emotional. At times this year, they played really, really well. And at times, Penn State has not been Penn State, one of the top 10 teams in the nation. I'm gonna go with Minnesota. I just like the fact that it's gonna be cold. It's homecoming, and I want to try to gain at least one game on Joey and Jorgie.
So you can gain 2.
I might.
Rutgers, yeah.
Did you say Penn State is favored by 10, or you have them winning by 10?
I have them winning.
They're favored by 11.5.
I thought he was just setting you up to pick first by saying,
no.
Penn State by 10. I was
They're
thinking
favored by 11.5.
No, that was just completely
me.
me.
Okay.
All right.
Coin.
I was waiting for him to start. I was going to stop. Yeah, you saw what I was doing there. It's a heads.
Heads.
Minnesota. Come on, Gophers.
Yep. I'm going to go with the mighty Gophers, too.
Are you really?
I am. I think they're just good enough to keep this one close.
Yeah.
And if they can keep it close at home, who knows? It's
It's
the only way I can make a comeback. I mean, I've got to either gain by 1 or gain by 2 this week, and this is my best chance to me to gain by 2. Now, I could all of a sudden go down by 5 really quickly, too. Yeah. But, however, I need to take that chance.
Weather could be a factor. There's supposed to be 5 feet of new snow during the game.
Aren't they playing indoors?
Well, there's that.
Could be on the roof.
There's not going to be any snow. Right. No, there's not going to be snow.
12:30 on Fox Sports 1, Northwestern visits Michigan. Michigan needs to get a win to get bowl eligible.
Gosh, this could be a close game, too.
I think it's a closer game than Michigan would like. I think Michigan wins to get bowl eligible.
I don't think Northwestern. I think Northwestern's one-dimensional. They can't throw the ball, and they're going to try to run the ball. I think Michigan can stop that. So I'm going to go with Michigan. I think an easy pick.
Yeah.
Oh, coin. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now you're waiting for me.
I think that was genuine. He did forget.
I'm just not going to let him do it. There's too many other times he sucks me into his world. I'm just not going to let him. His devious world.
Heads.
I'll take Michigan, too. At home. I think they're better defensively. I think they're good enough to stop a one-dimensional team like Northwestern. So.
Are you sure you want to take Michigan?
Are they away? Did I say they were at home and they're away?
They're at home.
They're home.
They're playing Northwestern.
Okay, at home. Correct? It's at Michigan. Okay, I'm taking Michigan.
All
of a sudden I started questioning whether I heard you to begin with right or not.
You tried. Good effort.
I've spent so much time with the two of you. 12:30 on Big Ten Network. Wisconsin 5-5. Nebraska 5-5. You guys want to pick this one last? Or you want to just get it out of the way now, or you want to get the battle for L.A.?
Oh, that's right. I was thinking, in this last game, but yeah, UCLA, USC. There's some tight games this week that you can pick going either way.
I think we kind of honor the Pac-12 by picking USC and UCLA last.
All right, 12:30 on the Big Ten Network. Here's the deal. There's no 4:30 Big Ten game this week. It's 7:30 on NBC for USC and UCLA. We got a long gap there in the middle.
Why did they? Oh,
I don't know.
That's interesting.
It's just the way that the TV partners picked out the windows.
So the East Coast is going to watch this starting at 10:30.
Correct. Wow. Wisconsin and Nebraska, 12:30 on Big Ten Network. 5-5 Wisconsin, 3-4 in Big Ten play. 5-5 Nebraska, 2-5 in Big Ten play. I'm deferring.
You already deferred. I
had to think about it for a second.
I was getting ready to go. You can't defer.
I had to think about it.
Nebraska, since getting absolutely smoked at Indiana, they played Ohio State tough, then lost against UCLA and USC. Losers of 4 straight games. Meanwhile, it's a Wisconsin team that I think we all agree, pretty impressive against Oregon. They lost against Penn State 28-13. Iowa then smoked them, and they came back and played a tough game against Oregon. Combined 7 straight losses between these two teams. Wisconsin.
Wow. I don't even think this one's a tough pick. Wisconsin can run the ball, but I think Nebraska puts pressure on their passing game, and they struggle. I just don't. I think, and it's at Nebraska. I think Wisconsin's a pretty good football team, but they did what most teams are going to do, and that is get up to play the number 1 team in the nation in their house. Their defense did. Their offense didn't. So I just think Nebraska at home. The letdown for Wisconsin after that loss last week, I'm going to pick Nebraska. I think Nebraska does it.
Rawr. Rawr. Have you ever seen Blazing Saddles?
Yes.
I love that guy. Was it Gabby Hayes or whoever?
Yeah.
When he agreed with you, that's what he would do.
Gabby Hayes.
I'm going with Nebraska. Yep. I don't. Wisconsin can't play.
The coin is right now. It's irritated because it got jumped.
I jumped on top of it.
Yeah.
Home team?
Wisconsin.
Oh, shoot. I just don't think Wisconsin can play 2 consecutive defensive games like that in a row, especially away from home. Their 2 best games they played this year defensively were against Penn State at home, that you get up for because it's a top 10 team. Got number 1 coming to town, got up for. A team that was kind of, again, I think with Oregon was on fumes going into that game somewhat and just trying to get through it. They were trying to win that game, but they got into a dogfight with a team that was well-rested. Going to Nebraska, Nebraska's good on defense, better on offense. I'm taking the Cornhuskers for that reason.
Nebraska's a 1-point favorite in Las Vegas. I went Wisconsin just to try to have a little fun.
Yeah.
This week. I mean, look, Penn State, Minnesota. I'm the only one taking Penn State. You've got Rutgers, Jerry. Jorgie's taking Indiana. I mean, there's a chance we're all just going to end up right back where we started.
Or I could make up a little bit of ground here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7:30 on NBC.
You like confidence? Yeah.
USC is 5-5, 3-5 in Big Ten play. UCLA 4-6, 3-5 in Big Ten play. Boy, to say that USC really needs this game might be the understatement of the year. They did just win against Nebraska. I don't know if it's really a road game being at UCLA for USC. I think that they've made some changes, the Trojans have improved their chances in this game. But UCLA, you talk about like Iowa, what are they? What is UCLA right now? I don't know if they even know. Even with all the turmoil with USC, I think they're the more talented roster. I'm going to pick USC.
Well, a man once said, I'm so far behind, I might as well gamble.
Did a man say that?
I think that was me.
Sure, somebody did.
Earlier in this show, yeah. It's at home. I mean, UCLA's got to take a long trip. You get on that bus over at USC, it could be a 2 or 3 day trip just to get to the Rose Bowl on the freeways. Right. I mean, it's a long way. I'm going to go with UCLA. I don't think either one of these teams are, anything to shout about right now. UCLA, if they could win this, it's sort of like the old Oregon State battles and the Washington State battles, the Apple Cup. The winner of that game kind of saved their season. I think UCLA needs to prove something more than USC does, and I think UCLA wins this ball game. Okay?
It could
happen. Playing
happen.
pretty good defense all of a sudden.
Yeah, it could happen.
All right. Tails. Ooh, USC. Okay.
Coin's going to have a good week. Michigan State, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio State,
Come on,
Iowa,
George, step up.
Minnesota, USC,
Step up.
Wisconsin. The Coin is going to finish second this week.
It's tough, I mean, I somewhat agree with Joey in relation to USC being the more talented team, but we've seen all that talent over the last couple of years, maybe even 3 years, not end up anything. And UCLA right now is playing hard-nosed football all over the place. And they're at home. I don't know if that's really that big of an advantage on a sunny day and that type of deal, but I'm taking the Bruins too. I'm taking them. Yeah. What the heck?
This is going to be a fun
I was hoping
week.
you wouldn't.
I took them to beat Washington, and it came back to bite me. And then I took Nebraska to beat – no, that was USC. Never mind.
The text thread tomorrow is going to be interesting.
Oh, yeah, it is.
UCLA's cost me 2 spots the last 2 weeks. I took them to beat Washington, and then I took them to – no, I took Iowa to beat them. So, I don't know which way to pick them.
Okay, quick bonus game that doesn't count on our standings.
Oregon State, Washington
Pac-12
State?
championship.
Ooh.
Pac-12 championship.
Yeah.
Washington State, Oregon State. And I'm not sure where that game is being played. I didn't look that up. But I think it'd be kind of fun to pick this game.
Let's see. Bonus pick 'em.
I think it's in Corvallis, isn't it?
I was going to look it up.
Because Oregon State just played at Air Force. Washington State, well, they just played at New Mexico, so I guess you can't go back and forth.
Washington State at Oregon State. The CW network at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I got Washington State. I got them big.
Can't disagree. I'm going to go Cougars as well. Coin, half-ass flip.
Now that I've heard you say that, I'm going to do that sometime.
Kind of
always question, can I say that or not?
The visitors.
If Jerry Allen.
The visitors.
Washington State.
Yeah, everyone taking the Cougs. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Seven Feathers Casino Resort bringing you our picks of the week. Everyone takes Michigan State, Michigan. Jerry's going Rutgers. Jorgie and I go Illinois. Jerry and I are going Ohio State. Jorgie's going Indiana. Everyone going Iowa. I'm taking USC and Penn State. Those guys are taking Minnesota and UCLA. I'm taking Wisconsin. You guys are taking Nebraska.
Chaos this week. Chaos, baby.
To write them down.
This is, boy, I could be up by 7. Finishing up the show after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial.
Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by our local branch today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
More Duck Insider coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You say you'd never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, know it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
So are we going to make picks on Monday? What are we doing?
To be decided.
TBD. I guess it depends on what happens this weekend. As Rob says, big moves week.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Could be really widening the gap between first and second. That
You always take that side of it. The glass is always half full when you do that.
Thank you. No one ever describes me as an optimist.
Only in picks.
Wow.
Because you're in the head, in the lead.
That was so nice.
That just made your day, didn't it?
Really did. I'm usually the glass is 2/3 full, and everyone's like, "You'd say that's half empty." This is great. I'm having a great day.
Yeah, that's right.
Duck Insider presented by OnPoint Community Credit Union. Wrapping it up in the Country Financial Studio with Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen. I'm Joey Mack. Yeah, a big week in picks. Shout out to men's basketball with a nice win. Yeah, good luck to Oregon cross country trying to bring home a national championship tomorrow morning. Oregon volleyball is on the road tomorrow as well. Enjoy the week of watching football, guys. Final thoughts as we head into Washington week.
Yeah,
real quick.
Very simply for me, get healthy.
Yep.
Get healthy.
Get your mind and body well.
Yeah.
Nice and healthy.
Yep.
Same to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hope your minds and your bodies are well.
Travel
and on
safe.
Sunday morning when you're down 5, that'll be great.
Your glass is going to be half empty on Monday.
Hey, I saw that money in your wallet. Do you want me to hold on to that for you?
Bye.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving.